Welcome, high school football fans. Larry Bransfield and Jim Gust here on a Saturday afternoon playoff football game. Jim, it's cold.
Yeah, there's a stiff breeze right at our backs here going across the field. I don't know if it'll be a factor or not, but it's chilly here. You got two programs pretty evenly matched. Montini, of course, with the lineage and the history coming in. It should be an interesting football game, and the kickoff, as you could hear in the back room, is about to happen.
Kickoff coming right at you, so stay with us, folks. We're going to turn right to it, but...
Kubota's Orange Opportunity Sales event is going on now at your local Kubota dealer. Kubota's RTVX series is the best-selling diesel utility vehicle in the industry, earning their place by setting the standard for being durable and reliable under all kinds of conditions. Right now, you can get long-term financing as low as 0% APR for up to 48 months, or up to $400 in customer instant rebates on new Kubota RTVX utility vehicles.
Come in with a 7-2 record and a powerful offense, and it's our privilege to bring this game here today. From the 7-yard line, working it here to the near side. Tackled about the 20-yard line. Ross on the return. You know, Jim, weather-wise, it seems like it was 2 months ago that we were out here, but really it was about 5 weeks ago when we saw the DeKalb team fall behind in the first half to Keeneland Knights, 12-7, but man, they stormed back in that second half.
Yeah, they really, it was a tale of two games there in the Keeneland game, and DeKalb came out and flexed their muscles in the second half and really dominated the football game from that point. This, I think, will be a little tougher contest for them throughout the ball game. It'll be interesting how they get off here in the first quarter.
Quarterback Noah Valine hands off, number 17, jet sweep on the right side. That's Devin Williams on the carry. Going to see a lot of Noah Valine running read option, and you'll also be seeing a lot of Jalen Hobson from his running back position. Quickly to the line they come. Motion here to the near side. Hit immediately.
28 Hobson hit at the line of scrimmage.
That was Hobson. We'll be calling his number a lot. Number 40 for the Broncos.
Frank Conforti. That name sounds familiar. I think there's been some Confortis on that Montini team in the past.
Playing a defensive end on the right-hand side. Montini with a traditional four-man front. Valine on the roll here to the left side. Left-handed QB throws on the run. Just overthrown.
Looked like it might have been a catchable ball there, Larry. It just went through the off the fingertips there, and that would have been a first down, but brings up a long fourth down, and it looks like they immediately go into punting formation.
Number 2, Connor Tierney will fall into the punting position. Quick 3 and out for the Bronco defense.
Number 13, Ryan O'Connor. Ryan O'Connor back to receive the kick.
No rush at all. Plenty of time. A high punt will bounce and not be returned. Good bar bounce. Going to be downed right about the Montini 30-yard line.
Yeah, nice kick. Kicked it away from the returner, which I like, but kept it in bounds and got a nice home field roll there to put Montini back on their own 30. And really the wind sort of is the same for both teams here, really coming across the field. And it seems to have actually calmed down just a hair here since the game started.
I think you're right. Quarterback sneak right up the middle. That's something you got to think that they scouted and certainly said, first play, we're running a quarterback sneak.
Yep. And that's Nicholas Orlando is playing behind center as quarterback here to start the ball game.
See a lot of him, and you're going to see read option has really become the standard in high school football. Now Montini comes in with the 6-3 record, number 12 seed, swing pass to the tailback on the far side. Picks up the first down. He's got the sideline and nothing but green in front of him. Touchdown, Broncos, just like that.
Yeah, just a very simple flare pass, almost an extended handoff. It was a sideways pass to the running back, and some outstanding blocking downfield by Montini, and he had the sideline all to himself.
65 yards from Nicholas Fidanzo. Just a junior.
Now,
But yeah, that's got to be the epitome of how you drew it up.
yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what Montini wanted to do early, to hush the crowd and take them out of it. And they've done just that with a long touchdown play here in the early stages of the first quarter, and the point after is good.
Visitors by 7. Kickoff after this. You're on TV 17.
10 minutes.
Don't forget about the people behind the snowplows who are out clearing the way for us in the worst winter conditions. Westside Truck stands behind these workers to repair and keep their trucks on the road no matter how high the snow piles up this winter. Hodges Westside Truck Center is the place to go if you need a work truck for your business. Hodges offers a wide variety of trucks to meet your needs, and we have 2 locations to serve you in Marengo and in Elburn, and that's where you can browse around and find the right truck for you. We also service what we sell. We have an excellent parts and customer service department, and we also have a complete workshop to make the repairs you need to keep your truck on the road. Our Elburn facility is located on Main Street just east of Route 47, and in Marengo you can find Westside Truck Center on Route 20 Grant Highway near I-90.
Welcome back, high school football fans. TV 17 Outdoors. Larry Brassfield here with Jim Gust. Our pleasure to bring you this first round IHSA playoff game. The visiting Montini Broncos made it look pretty easy with a 65-yard touchdown pass, swing pass to the running back. Had the sidelines cleared and ran his way into the end zone. So the home team is down early. We'll start from their own 20-yard line.
And we've talked about this in previous broadcasts, the importance of special teams. It was a perfect point after attempt, and then the kickoff, he drilled that into the end zone, not allowing a run back, which to me in high school is very important.
Oh, yeah, you're exactly right. Valine on a keeper here to the near side. Picks up about 8.
Quarterback keeper tripped up at the 29-yard line.
Real nice job of the read option. They were biting on the back. He kept it. Had room to run.
Going to a hurry-up look here, and nice job there by the left side of the line, clearing a path for Valine there.
Jet sweep to the far side. Picks up the first down.
Takes it around.
Yep. That's a nice way to bounce back from getting scored on there, Larry, is to come out and get a first down, and you get the blood flowing a little bit, get some confidence offensively.
Hobson with the carry.
Hobson works the left side, picks up a few, and I like the up-tempo pace. I mentioned the traditional 4-3 scheme by the Montini defense. Actually cheating to back her up here on the near side this time. Hobson again up the middle. Bust through the secondary, across the 50.
Another nice run. Nice upright style. He's a good-looking running back, and you could tell he's got good vision. Sort of mapping his way up the field there, north and south.
They fake to Williams. Valine keeps up the middle. I like it. And you're exactly right, Jim. Good sustained drive. That's how you answer that big play opening touchdown.
Brought down by Bosicki.
Williams again in motion. Give it to him on the jet sweep. He's got room to run. He hit high. He almost looked like a clothesline there.
40 down near the 37-yard line.
Yeah, he was hit definitely high, and that
Gives the Barbs another first down.
picked up another first down. He comes off the field. He might have gotten shaken up on that. The replacement number 8 is in and set. Valine heads up, knowing what was going on there and not jumping the gun.
Same play, back this way. Made the first man miss.
18 Dyson down the sidelines, knocked out of bounds.
Tyrese Dawson.
Mix it up a little bit there with the shorter, stockier running back Dyson, and he does a great job getting around the end and then showing some speed as he lost his shoe, it looks like, or I don't know, maybe he didn't.
He's going to vacuum that up.
lost something there, and he thought he was coming out, and he did lose his shoe.
He's not going to let that pull him off the field.
No, it's back on. The ref gave him a little bit of a cushion there to get his shoe back on.
Hurry up, kid. Pistol formation. Hobson up the middle.
28 Hobson inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line.
So our concern right now is for Devin Williams, who looked like got hit up around the helmet area, and he came off the field, and we're hoping that he's going to be okay.
Read option. Hobson with the give. Picks up a few.
28 Hobson.
They got some nice-looking running backs, and pretty deep, really, at that position, Larry.
62 Slater on the tackle.
Well, you know, and we talked about this in that Canelan game. This offensive line for the Barbs does a great job of executing, opening up holes. Pass complete. Jordan Gandy this time. Down inside the 5. Barbs have first and goal.
Gain on the play gives the Barbs another first down.
And
And Williams is back in at
he
the
is
slot.
great to see. Hopefully it wasn't an injury. It might have just been an equipment thing, Larry, as he was fiddling around with his helmet there.
28 Hobson.
Hobson really nowhere to go. No gain on the play.
And that previous catch was by number 8, Gandy, right?
Jordan Gandy, yes.
That was a dandy catch.
One of the multiple weapons you were talking about before. Hobson read option and in for the score. Touchdown, Barb.
That's a nice way to answer that. Really is an easy touchdown for Montini. Now, DeKalb comes out and had to work for a little bit, but they really drove down the field nicely. And great execution, great job by the line, and some great plays by the offense there to match Montini's score. And hopefully that'll help them with their momentum now.
Point after is good, and we are tied after an 80-yard drive by the DeKalb Barbs. We got a ball game on our folks. Stay with us after this here on TV 17.
Summer may be over, but the Sugar Grove Family Fun Center will be open until October 31st. There's still time to enjoy the go-karts on our beginner course, as well as the slick track for the experienced drivers. Then walk over to the spectacular mini golf course for a round or two with your friends. And don't forget, the bumper boats and water wars are ready for those warm Indian summer evenings and weekends. Remember, the Fun Center is open until Halloween and is conveniently located on Route 47 and Jericho Road in Sugar Grove.
Welcome back to blustery and cold first round IHSA playoff action. We are tied at 7. Kickoff fielded just inside of the 5-yard line, brought out across the 20. Ball's on the ground. Who's got it, Jim?
It's hard to say. There's a pile. And you know anything could be going on under there, Larry. I don't have to tell you that.
Horse bites.
I see some hands pointing to the left, and it looks like DeKalb has the football.
Well, you know, you talked about it before, how effective it was for Montini to kick the ball into the end zone, negating the return. And how many times do we say big plays on special teams and turnovers? That's where high school football really pivots on a dime.
Oh, there's no question. And the receiver, he really, his initial hit, he didn't go down, and then all of a sudden, poof, he's looking for the ball. It was a great job there by the DeKalb kickoff team, jarring that ball loose.
Balin on a quarterback keeper, takes it near the 20-yard line.
You know, and with those turnovers, especially on special teams, that all adds up to momentum.
No question.
And if the Barbs can punch this in, what a huge boost it would be for the home team here. Hobson on a misdirection through the second level, all the way down to about the 7-8 yard line. and give credit once again to this DeKalb offensive line. They're opening up some great holes.
Outstanding job there, not only by the line, Larry, but by the running back, keeping his legs moving and churning to give them a 1st and goal. You tackle high, you're going to pay for it.
Hobson's second effort, and in for a score. Touchdown. Touchdown, Barbs.
Nice way to answer. I mean, when you get a turnover, you have to make the other team pay, and DeKalb did just that, keeping it on the ground right up the old, you know where Coach Gust's favorite place to run is, don't you, Larry?
Up the gut. And there it is what it was.
Tierney's extra point is good.
DeKalb 14, Montini 7.
Is 4 seconds to go in the
Oh,
first quarter.
no.
Your score is
We had a flag.
14.
They're going to have to push it back. Not so quick.
Scratch that. There was a flag on the play.
Where's the flag?
Illegal procedure.
So they got to kick it again.
Yes, they do have to kick it again.
Ball start against the Barbs. They'll re-kick it.
So we have a redo on the extra point, Larry. We sort of jumped the gun, thought it was an automatic, because DeKalb's got a fine kicker.
They do, but, you know, the big variable's there. You got a snap and a spot ahead of the kick. So never a given in high school football, in my opinion. Hammered it through.
This time is good.
Oh, it is a 14-7 lead for the DeKalb Barbs. We'll be back with the kickoff after this here on TV 17.
Your independent Allstate agent in Sugar Grove is David Weiss. David works for you to find the best rates on your home insurance, as well as your auto insurance. He's always looking for ways to help you save money. And so is his friendly, courteous staff. His office is conveniently located on Route 47 and Cross Street in Sugar Grove. Call him anytime at 630-466-7835.
Welcome back to TV 17 opening round playoff football action, and it has been packed full of action here. 3 scores on the first 3 possessions.
24 for them.
2 by the home team, 1 for the visitors.
5-yard line.
The Barbs capitalizing on the turnover.
Tackle for the Barbs.
So they scored quickly after recovering that fumble. From the shotgun, fake to the motion man. Give to the running back who's through to the secondary.
Number 5, Karczewski on the carry.
Kind of a counter-action give.
Number 8, Gandy.
Jake
Gain of 9,
Karczewski
2nd and 1.
and was not able to be brought down on the initial contact, picked up an extra few yards there for a 9-yard gain.
Wing back, hitting the backfield. Great play there. That's number 53, Ahmad Baker McElroy. How's that for a defensive lineman name?
Loss of 4 on the play. 3rd down 5.
Outstanding penetration there by DeKalb. And it's very tough to get anything going when you nail a guy in the backfield, and that's exactly what he did there for a big loss.
Baker McElroy, I love that name. Bunch formation here to the near side. Now the running back does go back into a pistol formation. 4 receiver set for the Broncos. Give to the back, hitting the backfield, and again for a loss. Nice sure tackle by the linebacker there, Jim.
Love to see the penetration, and then a lot of black jerseys around the football, forcing Montini into a punting situation, and the momentum has significantly shifted here into DeKalb's direction.
Number 9, Kraus, getting set to kick off, or punt the ball.
Return man for the Barbs all the way back to the 30. very deep in my opinion. He's going to, nice high spiraling punt. It's going to bounce in front of him and be touched dead about the 33-yard line.
Yeah.
But what a good stand by the DeKalb defense.
Yeah, nice job there by DeKalb's defense. Great observation by you. The receiver back on the 30, and really there was room to run there. If he would have stepped up about 5 yards, he could have caught that on the fly. And who knows, he may still be running.
Yeah, he essentially dropped back 40 yards from the line of scrimmage, anticipating a 50-some yard punt, and it fell short in front of him. Nonetheless, the Barb offense takes over at their own 33-yard line. Hobson again up the middle.
28 Hobson over the 35 to the.
Well, my philosophy is you keep running it until they stop it, and that's exactly what Valine is seeing here as well. He has the luxury of playing this read option, and he's good at it.
Yeah, it's all about the read.
28
Hobson again, he picks up a few, but you're right. You keep hammering it up the gut, and it's going to draw those linebackers in particular in. And just that short hesitation, can it open up for the quarterback?
Well, if you do the math and you gain 4 yards on every play, that's something good's going to happen, right?
Absolutely. Hobson again, third consecutive carry, this time hit and brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by 62 Slater.
It looks like the Barbs are bringing on the punt team.
And I think that's the smart decision. Play the field position game.
Especially when you've got a good punter, as DeKalb does.
Yep. You've got the lead, and you don't want to give them any momentum back. Play the field position game.
Punt will bounce and roll, no return.
They got him pinned back down on the 24-yard line.
Well, and in the field position battle there, DeKalb just won to a net of 6 yards because Montini punted, line of scrimmage was the 30, and now they will start at their own 24.
Yeah, and I call that a small victory, and you have to take little victories throughout the game and turn that into a big victory at the end of the game when that final horn blows.
Oh, you're exactly right. Those little plays can mean so much. Quarterback keep off the left side, through to the secondary, picking up the first down. That's Orlando.
Yeah, that's senior leadership right there. He saw something right from the get-go there, the way they were lined up, and he took advantage of it. Big first down run for Montini there on first down.
Fresh set of downs from 36. Empty set. Give to the motion man. He cuts it up inside the D end. Pick up about 8 yards. That's a well-executed play there.
Yeah, another nice job there. Ball carrier number 19, Matthew Quaglia. And
second down and 1.
That play was designed to go outside, and he saw something there, and he cut it up, and that gained him about, I would say, at least an extra 5-6 yards.
Hey, you're exactly right. The defensive end, outside linebackers did their job. They got across the line. They held their contain, but then he cut it up and picked up those extra yards you just mentioned. As they're bringing out the sticks to measure, it's that close here for the first down.
I think he's going to have it. Nope, just a tad short.
Inches short.
So it's second down and about the width of a mouse's rear end.
Play caller's delight. Second and short. You know, I don't think they're going to air it out here. I think they'll keep running their same offense, whether it's first and 10 or second and inches.
I would agree with that.
But you never know. For the first time, we're seeing two backs. Well, he motioned out Fidanzo.
Flag on the play.
And that's going to be two guys in motion, 5-yard penalty, back them up.
Ball start.
And that
Broncos.
That takes them out of that real comfortable 2nd and inches to about 2nd and 5
Second down. It'll be second
and
down
a half,
6.
which definitely changes the formation and the play call.
Certainly does. So the Broncos go back to the empty set 5 receiver formation. Orlando in the shotgun, motion to the near side. Fakes and keeps, tackled for a loss. So they went from 2nd and inches to now 3rd and 6.
Nice
Certainly a
job
win.
there.
Sorry, Jim.
Sorry, I was just going to say nice job by penetration there by Daniel Baggett, the senior defensive lineman who I remember in the Canelan game was all over the field.
Yeah, and DeKalb plays the 3-man front, and those 3 big guys do a great job of penetrating, as you're saying, creating havoc. Orlando to throw with time, now pressured, spins out to the backside. On the run, finally gets rid of it, complete on a crossing pattern. Wow.
Orlando's pass.
Believe that was Seth Quick, number 10 on the reception.
As a fan, it's an exciting play to watch when the quarterback buys himself some time. This may age myself a little bit, but it reminded me a little bit of Fran Tarkington back there, running out of trouble. I thought he was in big trouble, and he ran out of it and kept his composure and made a nice pass play there for the first down.
Yeah, people are Googling Fran who? And forgive me there was 13, Ryan O'Connor, another Irish lad.
Ball start, Broncos.
For the Montini
5-yard walk-off.
reception.
1st and 15.
So at this stage of the game, or this stage of the year, you wouldn't expect to see these sort of what I call mental mistakes, especially by a Montini team, but they're sort of shooting themselves in the foot here with some early penalties.
Oh, absolutely. A pre-snap penalty will always drive a coach crazy. Jet sweep cuts it up again. That's Matthew Quaglia on the carry.
Yeah, and I like the way he kept going. You don't take for granted that a running back is down until his knees hit the ground, and he kept going and got a couple extra on that. And still, the penalties.
Broncos have a 2nd down 12.
And just like that, the first quarter is in the books with the Barbs up by 7. They'll turn it around, bring you second quarter action after this here on TV 17.
Get ready for the fall hunting season by stopping in at JR Shooting Sports.
Stay warm when you're out on the hunt by choosing from a wide assortment of hunting apparel. JR also has a huge selection of guns for the hunt, as well as sports optics. And don't forget to stock up on ammunition because JR Shooting Sports is your fall hunting headquarters.
We're located on Oakhurst Drive in Aurora. And visit us on the web and on Facebook.
Here to start second quarter action, the Montini Broncos have 2nd and 12 from the DeKalb 47. Give to
Number 1, Orlando.
Orlando on a quarterback keep there. Really fooled me and the secondary.
Brought down by number 50, Freeman.
Yeah, that was a nifty run there by Orlando. He's got some nice moves, and if he gets into the secondary, he's a threat to go all the way. He's got some wheels too.
He's got some good quicks, and he's 6'2", 195, so he's got a long stride once he gets going.
Indeed. A little bit of a misdirection there. Didn't really fool the Barbs.
Little gain on the play, 2nd down 10.
Orlando taking his time. This time the gift. Quaglia. Jet sweep here to the near side. Picks up a nice gain inside the 25-yard line.
Brought down by Gandy.
Brings up a 3rd down here, Larry. Be interesting to see if they stick to the ground game. I do believe they're in 4-down territory, although they have a very good kicker as well.
3rd and 5 from the 24-yard line. The home fans really making a racket straight up the middle on the quarterback keep.
He's got it.
He sure does. Good push by the Bronco interior line there.
Inside the 20 down near the 15-yard line.
It's a good job of reading the best route to go there by Orlando, and that's that senior leadership and experience, sort of knowing where the beef is on the O-line, and he went right there behind number 72 and number 54. And they opened up a nice hole for him.
Yeah, you're right. Great vision. Reading the block. Give to the running back off the right side. Defended well. Really know where to go. Jake Krzyzewski on the carry.
Yeah, good.
Brought down by 43, Baggett, and 44, Smith.
Yeah, Baggett and Smith, two stalwart defenders for DeKalb. But I saw a whole bunch of black shirts around the football on that play.
Yeah, good team D always involves pursuit and gang tackling, and DeKalb did a good job of that here. 2nd and 10 for Orlando from the gun. Fakes the counter give, keeps up the middle, picks up the first down all the way down to the 5.
And the DeKalb defenders got fooled on that one, as they thought Krzyzewski had it.
Well, it's set up by the effective run just a couple plays before.
No doubt.
And again, you know, there was probably not a design play. It's a read. This is a straight keep all the way down inside the 2 by Orlando, fouling the big guys.
Down near the goal line.
They show him at 6'2", 195.
Tackle made by 35.
But he's not afraid to stick his nose in the middle of the defense there. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised one bit if Orlando calls his number again here.
So one of the very first times we see Orlando under center with Krzyzewski lone back behind him. Give is to Krzyzewski, jumps and in for a score.
And just like that, huh? Montini answers.
Well, and they really have a couple big guys up front, Jim, in particular on the left side of the ball. That was to the right, fouling his right guard and in, but yeah, the Montini offensive line asserting themselves here on this drive.
Cooney in for the extra point.
And just like that, we are knotted at 14 here in the second quarter, bringing a kickoff after this here on TV 17.
20 years, Peg's on Main Street in Maple Park has provided quality professional hair care for the entire family. Peg and her staff keep up on the latest fashion trends for adults and children. She also carries a wide variety of hair care products for your convenience. And when they're finished pampering your hair, you can walk over and browse around the fantastic on-site gift shop. Stop in anytime at Peg's on Main in downtown Maple Park or give them a call at 815-827-3051.
Welcome back, TV 17 high school football fans. We've got a tie ball game here in the first round of the IHSA playoffs. Short kickoff fielded by the DeKalb Barbs all the way out across the 40. Great return by the up man, Jim.
Lacey Donovan with a heads-up play there. He's not your normal return guy, but he knew what to do with it, and that's go north and south. DeKalb starting in pretty darn good field position at their own 42.
Barbs have it 1st and 10.
Well, and we had commented earlier the Montini kicker has a very good leg. put one through the end zone before, nailed both extra points. So that was certainly, I would think, intentional, but kind of backfired on the Broncos, giving the Barbs good field position, as you mentioned. Dyson fumbles. Montini picks it up and returns it for a score. Are you kidding me? No flags. Wow.
Touchdown.
Just like that.
Yeah, and from what I could see, it looked like the ball was sort of ripped out of his hand there while he was trying to get tackled, and he was battling. And sometimes when you're doing that, you sort of are vulnerable to that type of play, and the ball popped out, and Montini did not make a mistake with it.
Well, and we say it every broadcast, every game, you know, especially in high school football, any level, but turnovers are so key. But when you pick one up and run it back just like that, wow.
So Montini has turned the tables here on DeKalb, going ahead by a touchdown. It's really up to DeKalb now to react in a positive fashion here, but the momentum has shifted several times in this game.
Just like that. We'll see if they can answer here in a moment.
Love fried food, but the problem is it's fried in oil. Lots and lots of oil. And that means added calories. But what if you could eat the fried foods you love with little to no oil, without the guilt, and without the extra calories, but still have that great taste? Imagine mountains of piping hot French fries, crisp, snap-apart onion rings, golden fried chicken wings, guilt-free. Introducing the Power Air Fryer XL, the 6-in-1 revolutionary kitchen miracle with one-touch technology that fries with superheated cyclonic air, with little to no oil and up to 80% less fat.
We're so sure you're going to love your Power Air Fryer XL. You can try it risk-free in your home for 60 days. If you don't absolutely love it, send it back for a refund, no questions asked.
This special offer will end without notice, so you must call or go online right now.
To order, go 1-800-384-1549 or go to powerairfryer.com. This offer is not available in stores, so don't delay. Call now.
Welcome back, high school football fans. The home crowd has gone silent as the Montini Broncos stripped the ball and ran it in for a touchdown, putting themselves out to a 7-point lead in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, just it's sort of like, I don't know, we all probably remember this when we were kids, and you might have had a scuffle with another kid and he punched you in the stomach. Sort of that feeling you get when the other team picks up a fumble and runs it in for a touchdown.
Stomach or lower nether regions, yeah. It's just, yeah, it will just kind of buckle your knees.
Yep.
Hobson off the right side gets a few, but, you know, I love to say sports don't build character, they reveal it. So we will see what character is revealed here by the DeKalb offense. See if they can answer. The turnover battle is even.
Yep, indeed it is.
Read option passes on the run, intended for Williams. Boy, I tell you what, that's dangerous borderline because it's so close to being a lateral. If he doesn't catch it and it's a fumble, boy.
And that's just lack of concentration on Williams there. The ball was thrown right. I mean, that's a pass that you can't drop.
So now unenviable position for the DeKalb offense, looking at 3rd and long. Valine to throw, intercepted here on the near side. Pushed out of bounds, and all of a sudden, another turnover by the Montini Broncos. And they actually came into this game plus 15 on the turnover ratio, which is so important.
That was an ill-advised pass there, Larry, and he'll want, he would love to have that one back as it was really just thrown into coverage. And I didn't see any black shirts around that one.
It was overthrown, for sure. So now the Bronco offense comes to the line. Orlando setting in under center. Motion, reverse pass, double pass, complete. Boy, normally you see that play thrown as a bomb on the second pass.
Pass complete to number 12, West.
Picked up a first down, and the receiver really did a nice job concentrating on that ball, which was thrown low. But he kept his eye on it and had really picture-perfect form on bringing that one in, number 12.
Scott West staying with it there for the reception.
Scotty West, as I like to call him.
Orlando with the give. I believe that's Fidanzo again on the carry. Fighting over the ball, post whistle. Oh, wow. Look at the forward progress given there.
Gain of a couple on the play, second down, 8.
That was generous.
I honestly didn't see that. Orlando shifts back into the gun. Fidanzo on his hip. Straight keep up the middle, picking his way through and driving all the way down to the 5-yard line. Ball is fumbled into the end zone.
There's a fumble on the play.
And they call it a touchdown.
Touchdown.
I don't understand that. I don't think you can fumble the ball forward. Evidently, high school football, you can.
There is no rule in high school like there is in the pros.
Mooney in for the extra point.
That's just a break for Montini there. That could have gone either way. Unfortunately, the Montini player fell on it in the end zone.
Certainly the punch to the gut we were talking about earlier.
Extra point is good.
Point after is good, and all of a sudden the visitors are up by 14. We'll see if the Barbs can come back here in a moment on TV 17.
Remember when you were a kid? You liked getting dirty and building things? There were no limits. You could move mountains. The John Deere 1 Series subcompact tractor. The way grown-ups move mountains. And with AutoConnect implements, it's the easiest tractor to use yet.
Hi, I'm Dave Gieske from Buck Brothers. See these products in our complete lineup of John Deere equipment at our location at Route 20 and 47, Hampshire.
Welcome back to blustery and cold DeKalb, Illinois. Jim Gust along my side here. TV 17 bringing you opening round high school playoff action. The visiting Montini Broncos have capitalized on a couple turnovers here, turning them into scores, running one fumble back for a score, and then after an interception, driving down, and Jim, the ball was fumbled into the end zone, and the Broncos jumped on it, and the Barbs are a little bit stunned.
Yeah. All of a sudden DeKalb's back is against the wall. Granted, it's plenty of time left in this game, and DeKalb has a history of fighting back in these types of games. But right now, they're in a bit of a quandary.
Hobson up the middle, not much room to run. But yeah, you mentioned plenty of time. There's just under 6 minutes remain here in the second quarter. Got all three timeouts, and really a sustained drive with the score is really, really crucial for the Barbs.
That's sort of the quandary, Larry. You got to stick with your game plan. You know, you feel like you're sort of fighting uphill, but you have to stick with your game plan.
And they are. Williams here on the jet sweep picks up a nice gain. Will give the Barbs third and short. But yeah, staying within your game plan and not letting the emotion of the couple turnovers turn into scores. Can't let it overcome you.
Yeah, he's going to come up short.
Hobson tries to get around left end.
It was 3rd and 2. He picked up 1. That brings up 4th down. So what do you do here? I mean, if I'm the coach, I kick it, but it doesn't look like he's in that mode here. And then he thinks better of it.
Yeah, he was certainly thinking about it as Valine was looking for the call, and then eventually Tierney came in. And you're right, Jim, given just the capacity of this Montini offense to break one, and you can't afford to fall back by 3 scores. Nice spiraling punt, will bounce and not be fielded. Great choice there from the field position standpoint. Going to be all the way down to the Montini 20-yard line.
Interesting that Montini didn't have anybody back initially, and then they sprinted a guy back, and he was out of position. So wisely, he didn't choose to field that. And that's a big break for DeKalb with the ball rolling all the way down to the 20.
Yeah, he got another 10, 15 yards out of that roll. And
easy.
We had commented how he had dropped too far back, but it started by the return man not being on the field at the right time. 4:45 left to play here in the first quarter. Quarterback Nicholas Orlando from the shotgun. Off the right tackle, straight keep, picks up the first down and more.
Quarterback keeper takes it up near the 30.
And boy, that Bronco offensive line kind of winning the line of scrimmage here, Jim.
Yeah, they, in the first half here at least, have taken over the line of scrimmage. And Orlando's really having his way running either left or right now. DeKalb's going to have to stiffen up their run defense here. Maybe throw in a couple of run blitzes here to cross up Montini because they're having their way right now.
That they are. Pistol formation. Give to the tailback, working the right side for a few. That's Nick Verdanzo.
On the carry.
Yeah, again, I mean, that's another solid 4-yard run there by Montini. And they're chewing up the second quarter here as well, Larry.
Well, at this point, the DeKalb defense just really needs to dig in, make a stand, and keep them out of the end zone first and foremost. And then if DeKalb can get the ball back to score before half, would be crucial. But they've got to stop them first. And boy, the Broncos, yeah, they're just hammering it now.
Another first down there, right up the, what was that, Larry? Right up the
gut.
Sure makes a coach's job easier when you can run the football, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And you got to lead. You keep it on the ground. The clock runs. And the big guys, as every play they win that battle. It's just, emotionally grueling on the defense. And then they get the feeling that they're running downhill.
50 tickets are being sold. All proceeds benefit the dance team.
Initially, that looked like he had the first down pretty easy. And now they're marking it a little short.
For our dance team.
This would be huge if DeKalb could come up with a stop here.
Certainly would. And this is where you pull out that run blitz card. I'd be sending at least one, if not two backers. Because I would think the likelihood of a Montini pass play is very minimal.
And I think if they're able to get a play for a loss here, that would force Montini to punt, which would be huge with, a little over 3 minutes to go. Maybe DeKalb could put something together here. So big play here for the defense.
It sure is. 3rd and short. Orlando from the shotgun. He's going to keep it right up the middle and picks up the first down. No surprise there.
Yeah, he knew exactly where he had to go, and he went there. Might have an injured player on the field here for Montini, as the clock has not resumed.
We have an official timeout for an injured player.
We'll take a quick injury timeout as well. Hope that he's okay and be back in a moment.
Broncos number 52, Bank.
Well, there's cell phones, jewelry, TVs, and baby clothes, computers, arcade games, MP3s, and stereos, backpacks, jackets, toys, and fresh produce, eye exams, appliances, rugs, and cowboy boots. Good food, drink, shades, and head accessories, fragrances, massages, hats, music, DVDs, custom shirts, beds, purses, and socks galore, dresses, blankets, dollar items, and so much more. Find anything from anywhere, from the common to the rare. There's good times to share at 7 Mile Fair. Opens at 9 until 5. Located in Caledonia, right off the I. Find anything from anywhere, from the common to the rare. There's good times to share at 7 Mile Fair. Opens at 9 until 5. Located in Caledonia, right off the I. Where weekends mean bargains, 7 Mile Fair.
Welcome back to DeKalb High School opening round high school playoff action. The visiting Montini Broncos have a 2-touchdown lead, score 28-14, just under 3 minutes to play.
Yeah, they got a little bit of a drive going here, Larry. They're just about at midfield, but the most important thing right now is they're eating up the clock here.
You know, it's just amazing how quickly things turn and change in high school football. Quick summary, DeKalb had the opening kickoff, 3 and out. Montini on their second or third play from scrimmage had number 24, Nick Fidanzo, take it 65 yards in for a score. But then from there, DeKalb scored twice, seemingly taking command of the game. But then the turnovers began. Montini stripped the ball, ran a touchdown back, and then an interception and a drive, and the next thing you know, the visitors are up by 2 scores.
Yeah, no kidding. It looked like DeKalb was sort of taking control of the football game, but again, as we have said over our long and illustrious broadcasting careers, turnovers will hurt you.
They'll kill you. They will kill you. A couple nice stops here by the DeKalb D, bringing up 3rd and short. Now, if this is on the offense, that'll help too.
Like procedure there.
Certainly a pre-snap penalty, most often on the offense.
That's a big penalty there, because I still think if DeKalb can hold them here, that they're going to force Montini to punt and still have a little bit of time to work with here. And probably, I believe, all 3 of their timeouts,
right,
if I'm not mistaken.
Well, at minimum, they need to get to halftime with the score as it is. Ideally, you know, making it a 7-point deficit rather than 14, but it all comes down to a stop here. Fidanzo on a draw carry works it back over midfield, but will bring out the punt team. Nice stop by the Barb D.
Down by 44, Smith.
And that's a big play by the defense there. The penalty helped them out, made that a much more difficult 3rd down to pick up, and DeKalb's going to get the ball back.
It's your guy, number 8, I believe, Dyson. Back to field the punt.
Hopefully you can make a clean sweep of this run.
Here you go. I was trying to set that up for you. Nice spiraling punt. Fair catch signaled and brought in.
Beautiful punt.
Fair catch by Gandy. Barbs take over.
Pins him down on the 7.
Dyson kind of sucked that one in.
He sucked that in, and no need for a bag change on that one.
I love it.
Although I believe the Dyson has the wind tunnel technology, doesn't it, Lair?
Does. I'll take a Dyson over a Shark any day. Quarterback Noah Valine with an empty set. 5 receivers on the field. Jet sweep. That's Williams. Cuts it up. Through to the secondary. Across the 20.
17 Williams carries.
It's a nice run there, but you better protect the football, because Montini's definitely looking to strip the football from these upright DeKalb running backs. They better be aware of that.
Hurry up offense. Valine going to scramble up the middle across the 30. and to the 35. They'll stop the clock again.
It's got another first down there, running it up the gut. Taking what the defense is giving him, the senior leadership and, that experience. Can't beat it.
Quick drop complete here in the flats. Runner cannot get out of bounds. Tackled at the 36-yard line.
They've got 3 timeouts, and they're going to use one.
Our guy Dyson on the reception will take a timeout as well. Be back after this. Just over 56 seconds remain here in the first half for the home team. DeKalb Barbs on the drive. Pass complete.
Davis pass complete to number 1, Ross.
Valine complete to Ross. Picks up the first down.
Gives the Barbs another first down.
Nice pass there by Valine, and these conditions are not great. The hands have to be cold. The wind is blowing. Perfectly placed, and a nice job of concentration.
Now he's on the run off the left side, gets a block by his receiver, steps out of bounds.
Smart,
I tell you what,
smart
really crafty run.
Kane on the play gives the Barbs another first down.
You know, you see this and you're like, why don't they run hurry up the whole time?
You do wonder about that at every level, high school, college, pros. It always seems to work.
Valine executes it so well, and you said it perfectly, Jim. He had such great touch on that pass before. Now he's on the run here to the right side across the 20, stepping out of bounds, and the clock will stop just under 30 seconds. Boy, how big would it be for DeKalb to get a score here, Jim?
That was close to being a horse collar. He had him right around the sort of the top of the jersey, and he's lucky. The Montini defender's fortunate.
Second down and 4. We have a timeout called, timeout Montini.
I think that's a smart timeout by Montini at this juncture.
Where else would you want to be on a Saturday afternoon than watching high school playoff football? Larry Brassfield here with Jim Gus, and we got a great game on our hands, folks. Noah Valine in for a score. Touchdown! Touchdown, Barbs! What a drive!
Yeah, great clock management there by Valine, and you could see why he's a senior and why he leads this team. Never, ever panicked, and puts 6 points on the board here before the end of the first half, which is huge for the complexion of this football game.
Boy, back and forth we have gone, and I'm going to tell you this right now, folks. This is going to come down to the wire. We said that a week ago, and what a finish we had, and this is shaping up to be some kind of football game. DeKalb trails by 7, Montini 28, Barbs 21. Back with the kickoff after this here on TV 17.
Introducing PiO, the best of Pilates and the best of yoga fused together to create a body sculpting and weight loss miracle.
I'm 40 and I have a better body than I did when I was in my 20s. I lost 43 pounds and it took only about 30 minutes a day.
I never thought that was ever going to be a thing, or this. 26 pounds and 20 inches. This program gives you results.
The secret? I've combined the best of Pilates and the best of yoga, so you get long, lean muscles and flat abs. But here's the game changer. I've fused it with low-impact cardio sequences, so you get a fat-burning workout at the same time. And it's doable. People are having so much fun.
Operators are standing by. Call 1-800-429-0780. That's 1-800-429-0780, or go to trypio.com. That's 1-800-429-0780. Call now.
Welcome back, high school football fans. It is truly our pleasure to bring you opening round playoff football action. What a great game we've seen, and the first half is still underway. Montini return man out across the 25-yard line. The defending state champion Broncos lead by 7. Back and forth they've gone, but Jim, you were saying it right before the break there. What a drive by Noah Valine in this DeKalb offense, and man, it could have been more timely.
Yeah, he mixed the run and the pass, and he took what the defense gave him. Great couple of reads by him when the Red Sea parted for him on a couple of runs, and he took advantage of it. I give him an A+ on that drive.
Oh, no doubt. You know, in the composure, you know, and taking what they gave him, like you said, and dropping back into pass and then running when they gave it to him. And Montini going to be content with their 7-point lead, knowing that they're getting the ball to start the third quarter. They take a knee, and that will conclude a very exciting first half of action. Broncos by 7. Second half action after this here on TV 17.
Kubota's Orange Opportunity Sales event is going on now at your local Kubota dealer. Kubota's Grand L Series gives you a higher level of comfort and ease of operation. With a Kubota diesel engine and your choice of 3 state-of-the-art transmissions, see how a Kubota Grand L Series can make your tough jobs easier. Now, get financing as low as 0% APR for up to 84 months or up to $1,000 in customer instant rebates.
Welcome back, high school football fans. Opening the visiting Montini Broncos ultimately winning the turnover battle.
Kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback.
+2 advantage, turning into a 28-21 first half lead. It's defending state champ. I'm sorry.
Sorry about that, Larry. DeKalb is certainly showing some resiliency there at the end of the first half with a nice drive and some great play by their quarterback, Valine.
Well, Nick Orlando also very capable himself, leading the Montini Bronco offense. Primarily a ground-based attack and a number of quarterback keeps. Both quarterbacks showing their prowess and leading their teams. If the second half is anywhere near as good as the first, we will have quite a game on our hands. Orlando again on the keep.
Did not play good enough for a first down.
Kind of a quick first half summary.
Tackle made by number 4, Johnson.
DeKalb had a 3-and-out on their opening possession, and Montini had a 65-yard pass turned into a touchdown. DeKalb then answered with 2 scores of their own, but then the turnovers really the key for Montini. Back and forth they went, but the Barbs were able to mount a late second half, first half surge, culminated by Noah Valine getting into the end zone. So now this opening possession just so key for both teams.
So far, Montini's getting some nice early push here from their line and taking advantage of that with a couple of first downs here early in the second half.
Orlando fakes the give and keeps up the middle.
Tripped up at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a couple yards.
But yeah, strong play by the Montini offensive line.
First hit by 57.
Both offenses have really, executed pretty well, Jim.
Yeah, the running games have been clicking, and then DeKalb actually mixing in a couple of nice pass plays as well, but primarily runs.
Jet sweep here to the near side. Pushed out of bounds. It's going to bring up about 3rd and 4. The Broncos thus far pretty methodical on this opening series here in the third quarter. 3rd and 4 from their own 48-yard line. Orlando looking to the sideline, taking his time. Looks like he's audibling. Power pistol formation. It's Nadonzo working the middle. Flag comes in. Appears to be just short of the first down.
On the carry. There's a flag on the play.
And so often when the guy in the white hat, Jim, he throws the flag.
Just over the 50.
Holding is the call, and that's a break for the Barb D.
And I believe that is a spot foul, Larry, if I'm not mistaken.
Holding against the Broncos. That'll march it back.
So let's see if this DeKalb defense can take advantage of that
Still 3rd down.
penalty.
3rd down and 14 for the Broncos.
3rd and 14.
38-yard line.
You would think Montini is definitely going to have to put the ball in the air here. 3rd and 14 from the 38. Deep drop, setting up the screen, complete. Working his way across the 45, put short of the first down.
Nicely executed screenplay there.
Number 19,
and even sometimes when the defense knows what they're doing, if you execute it well, it pays off for you. And that's really what they wanted to do, was get in, you know, maybe at least the penalty back to put them in a little better position to punt the ball and play the field position game here.
On the play leads the Broncos a 4th down.
So Montini did pick up a couple first downs, but ultimately the DeKalb defense has held the Broncos in punt formation. Nice high punt. Will not be returned. Touchdown about the 24-25-yard line.
Is down. Barb take over 1st and 10.
Dyson was wise to not go after that.
Yeah, I think the wind was blowing that ball towards the school there, as we are on the west side of the field broadcasting, and the school is to the east. So there's a pretty stiff, and it sort of has, it looks like it's shifted a little bit and coming a little out of the north, so it's like a northwesterly wind now.
Yeah, it was crosswind in the first half, but maybe at the back. So the DeKalb offense, as they go north to south here in the 3rd quarter.
Brought down by number 5.
You know, and you had mentioned it before, both offenses have executed pretty well.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for the Barbs.
Read option can be so tough to defend. Hobson up the middle.
28, Hobson.
Short gain.
Up near the 33-yard line. Brought down by 51, Brucinelli.
So now the Barbs are looking at a very important 3rd and 3 from their own 33. Looks like Hobson's trying to get his shoe back on or retied. They must have given him an equipment timeout. Valine says, I'll get that for you.
That's what quarterbacks are there for, right? To help out their running backs. I still to this day do not understand how a shoe could come off. I mean,
especially right after halftime. You'd think you got a good equipment
it
check.
boggles the mind.
Pass complete over the middle. All the way inside the 20. Shoestring tackle avoided. Touchdown. Touchdown, Barbs. Dyson sucked it in.
He absolutely vacuumed the field clean on that one. He vacuumed and cleared the field of all defenders.
Wow, and so many times you see those shoestring tackles, but he kept his balance. And what a beautifully executed post pattern there. He split the cornerback and the safety. Valine put it there, and off to the races he went. High snap, spotted down, and we are tied at 28 here in the third quarter.
26 seconds to go in the third.
If you've ever broken down on the road before, you know how frustrating that can be, especially if you're out in an unfamiliar area. At Westside Truck Center, we're here to help. If you can't get your truck to us, we can help get it here for you. From standard maintenance to heavy repair service, we can handle just about any job. With 2 locations to serve you, you're never far from high-quality repair. Our Marengo Service Center is located on Route 20 Grand Highway near I-90, and our Elburn Service Center is located on Main Street just east of Route 47. We also sell what we work on. If you're in need of parts, talk to our parts department. We sell both new and used truck parts. If you're looking for a new truck, we have a large inventory of trucks to choose from. We sell vans, box trucks, flatbeds, cab chassis for custom bodies, both single axle and tandem axle tractors, and many more. Give us a call at either location, stop by, or check us out online. Westside Truck Center, your transportation experts.
Welcome back to DeKalb, Illinois. Larry Brassfield here with Jim Gust on TV 17. It's our pleasure to bring you opening round high school playoff action. We have a game on our hands, folks. Montini Broncos return the kickoff out across the 35-yard line.
Takes it up near the 36-yard line.
We always talk about the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. And with that, DeKalb, came back and scored to make it a 7-point deficit to go to the locker room. But then the defense held, and Valine to Dyson on the post pattern. Jim, we got a tie game on our hands.
Yeah, this we're back to basically scratch here, Larry. Let's, with about 8:20 left in the third quarter, it's a new ball game.
Orlando, quarterback keep, working his way up inside. Ball is loose, and DeKalb's got it.
O'Brien on his way down, and they're talking about this early on in the game. It looks like they're really trying to rip the ball out, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
We talked about it before. DeKalb was really winning the game early, and then 2 turnovers turned it Montini's favor, and they jumped ahead. But now all of a sudden, DeKalb's winning the turnover battle.
No question about it, and that was a designed rip as the quarterback becomes a little vulnerable as he's going down to the ground, and a very heads-up play there by DeKalb.
I believe that's Gandy.
Gandy takes around left end, down inside the 35, down near the 31-yard line.
And that was Dandy.
In on the stop, number 5.
You got to like the quick up-tempo action by the DeKalb offense here. We kind of rhetorically said, boy, look at the hurry-up offense. Why don't they always do that? Well, here they're employing it.
Ooh, Gandy was open there, too.
Number 8, Gandy.
And that would have been another first down for DeKalb. Unfortunately, that ball sailed a little on him, and the wind may have been a factor as it did sail to the inner or the center of the field. Gandy laid out for it but wasn't able to grab it.
I like the call, though. Second and short. Now they've got third and short. Valine's going to keep it, picking up the first down.
Yeah, heads-up play there. Real nice footwork there by Valine as he didn't have anywhere to go, directly up the middle, and did a nice stutter step and picked up the yardage needed for the first down.
Well, and great vision. We've talked about that too. He'd read the blocks and found his way through. Now he's dropping off and underthrown and intercepted.
Balin's pass intercepted.
Back and forth we go.
Well, he should have dumped that off to his running back, who was open and had a lot of field in front of him. Unfortunately, and again, did not have his feet set,
Broncos take over.
Looked an awful lot like Jay Cutler on that, trying to throw the ball without being set, and we see what happens when you do that.
Yeah, you read my mind, Jim. It threw it off the back foot as he was backpedaling. Certainly not set, and that's where the underthrow came into play, and defender stepped right in.
And that really is just a silly turnover, and Valine, he knows that. I mean, he's going to be the first one slapping himself on the head there, saying, no, 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 can't do that.
So now Orlando keeps it, and it's interesting. We're seeing the battle of the quarterbacks all of a sudden.
Indeed.
Brought down by 43, Baggett.
Both are very well composed. Great athletes, certainly, but, the way they run the offense is truly impressive. Both running backs are great compliments, but to me, it's becoming very evident. This is a battle of the quarterbacks all of a sudden. Swing pass to Bedonzo on the far side. Was that a lateral?
That looked like it might have been a backward pass, and not sure if that's how the referee saw it. It'll all depend on the placement. It's going to be holding against Montini, according to the ref from DeKalb's defense anyway.
Holding against Broncos.
And he was correct.
3rd down, 12.
And they are calling that a loss on the play, so indeed it was a backward pass, Larry. And now DeKalb, really in the driver's seat, they just can't give up a big play here, and they're going to get the ball back.
So they must have declined the penalty and took the loss. Big 3rd down. Orlando with time. Deep drop on the run. Dumps it over the middle. Deflected. Falls incomplete.
Dangerous pass. What's the saying? Never late to the middle, Lair? Well, that's what he decided to do. And
we have an official timeout. We have an injured Barb.
Yeah, there's a DeKalb player down. Let's hope it's not serious. He is clutching his right leg, trying to get his number here. Looked like I saw a 5, but
The injured Barb is number 32.
32. Okay. Looked like a 5, but it's a 3. It's 32.
Lacey. We'll take a quick injury timeout. Hope that he's okay and be back in a moment.
Summer may be over, but the Sugar Grove Family Fun Center will be open until October 31st. There's still time to enjoy the go-karts on our beginner course, as well as the slick track for the experienced drivers. Then walk over to the spectacular mini golf course for a round or two with your friends. And don't forget, the bumper boats and water wars are ready for those warm Indian summer evenings and weekends. Remember, the Fun Center is open until Halloween and is conveniently located on Route 47 and Jericho Road in Sugar Grove.
Lacey was able to get up and walk off under his own power, which is always a good sign. Montini punt, a low liner fielded at midfield. Flag is down, so the run will come back.
Yeah, unfortunate penalty there.
There's a flag on the play.
He didn't need to do that because the receiver was away from that particular defender, and sometimes you just get a little overzealous there on your kickoff coverage, and that's going to hurt DeKalb.
Illegal block in the back.
It's going to back him up.
Barbs. That'll march it back from spot
Yeah, I
5.
think you're right. The gunner on the far side was the man who was blocked in the back, and he was going to overrun the play anyway.
DeKalb's still going to have decent field position here, Larry, but it would have been a lot nicer to start from midfield.
So we are not at a 28 with 6:22 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. The DeKalb Barbs, taking on the defending champions, came in with a record of 7-3, but those 3 losses came to quality programs in the name of Lake Zurich, Marmion, and Mount Carmel. Valine with the keep.
Number takes it to the 45. Gain
Nice.
5, 2nd and 5.
Another, again, read option there. Valine has incredible vision and is able to, I would say, a pretty high percentage of the time make the right decision.
Oh, no question about it. Hobson off the left side, pressing towards the first down and picking it up.
Just make sure you wrap up that football. He is the one that was victimized earlier, and Montini ran it back for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And that was, again, on that extra effort part of the play at the very end when you're trying to get those extra yards.
Well, and defenders have learned and been coached over the years to stand them and strip them, especially when the guy is fighting for extra yardage that way. Williams on the jet sweep here to the near side, but another flag.
That's coming back.
17 Williams takes ground.
Another hold.
Holding against the Barbs. There's a flag on the play.
Again, shooting themselves in the foot here with penalties. It's been a pretty clean game, and all of a sudden now the flags are starting to fly. And is that because of fatigue, Larry? I mean, is that a positioning thing?
That could be a number of factors. You know, it just I would think as much as anything, just the emotion of the moment, knowing that you're in a playoff game, you're tied with the defending champs, and every play is a big play. So now, yeah, the Barbs are looking at 1st and 20. Get it back in chunks. Jet sweep to the far side, gets back a good portion of the penalty.
Almost just about got him back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up about a 2nd and 12, I'm thinking.
2nd down, 13 for the Barbs.
It was Dyson on the carry there.
Yeah, he's had a great football game today, this afternoon.
Williams, same play this way. Out across the 40 will bring 3rd and short.
Yeah, not a bad, some extra effort there at the end. Not a real friendly spot. I thought he got a little bit farther before his knees hit the ground. Bringing up about a 3rd and 4 here.
I'd look for him to hit the middle. They've ran that jet sweep 3 times in a row. Nope, he's dropping back to pass. Just overthrown, intended for Brian J. Ross. He was open.
And I think they're in 4-down territory here, Lairs. I don't see anybody coming out.
4th and 3 for the Barbs.
I don't see any player changes. Oh, yes, and here comes the punting team. I stand corrected.
Well, it goes back to the field position aspect we've been talking about.
Now he can play the wind here, actually. If he kicks this ball sort of towards the sideline, it might blow it in and make it a more difficult ball to cover.
Hang time going to be what they're really looking for here. Nice high spiraling punt is going to bounce and roll down inside the 10.
Nice.
Punt is down at the 8-yard line. Broncos will take over 1st and 10.
Very nicely executed punt there by number 2 for the
Connor
DeKalb
Tierney.
Barbs. Still amazed looking around here, you know, from this bird's eye view at the incredible facilities that they have built out here in DeKalb. The track facility, the softball, the soccer, tennis, baseball, incredible what they've done out here considering what they had in the old days. It's just beautiful out here.
Really is. Orlando on a quarterback keep, tackled for a loss. It's number 53, Baguette, I believe.
Picked up by number 53, Baker McElroy.
Baker McElroy, stand corrected. Great defensive play coming off the penetration.
Yeah, he's quick and great fundamentals. Wouldn't be surprised if he was on the wrestling team there. That was a picture-perfect double-leg takedown there.
Orlando keeps off the left tackle.
Near the 14-yard line.
Man, he's money in the bank for Montini. He's really had an outstanding game.
Well, and a good
clutch plays.
Yeah, good choice to be running behind number 72, Brian Jackson Jr., 6'3", 325. That is a D1 prospect if I've seen it.
He's a big boy.
Big third down here, 3rd and 4. Quarterback draw, picks up the first down.
Nice. Showed a lot of patience on that run. Ran behind his big, the young man you just mentioned, ran right behind him. And that's like running behind a bulldozer. And they picked up the first down pretty easily there.
Orlando did a nice job of setting that draw by faking the pass and freezing the defenders. Sweep right, defended well by the Barbs.
Number 70, Noah
Karczewski.
Noah Cooper checking in at 6'1", 3 Bills.
2nd down and 8.
And still can move. He's pretty agile for a big kid.
Counter give, working here to the near side, pushed out of bounds about the 31-yard line. And an official taken out by a downfield block.
The official trying to get in on the play there, and the Montini player running down to possibly get in the play to block, accidentally blocked the ref.
Ran him out of bounds.
Who ironically, his last name is Keister, and he ended up on it.
Yeah, but he's back up.
Big third down here, just over 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Orlando keeps it, pressing the right side. Second effort, still on his feet, across the 45. Great balance and second effort, picking up the first down.
He's
Gandy on the trip up.
He's not only picked up the first down, he's picked up the entire Montini team and put it on his back here in the second half.
Well, we said it earlier, it's become a battle of the quarterbacks, and you're right, Orlando really shouldering the load for this Montini Bronco offense here. Complemented by a very strong offensive line and a couple good running backs. Karczewski hitting the backfield.
Good penetration there by the DeKalb defense. And I want to say that was Baggett again. That guy is, gosh darn it, he is a heck of a player. He makes things very difficult for the offense. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He can see things, and he's smart.
It's a good outside linebacker, creating havoc, as you say. 2nd and 13 from the Bronco 43. Straight drop, swing pass. Here to the near side, hit immediately, and wrapped up. Finished off by Ross. Great defensive play there.
First hit by 32.
Ryan J. Ross coming in. Ryan J. Ross coming in to clean it up with a solid and, by the way, clean hit.
All right, oh, no doubt.
Take any doubt out of that one.
Yeah, but it started with number 32, Donovan Lacey, making the stop, and he was the player who limped off the field earlier. So not only does he come back, but he made a great stop in the open field. 3rd and long. Orlando with time over the middle, falling incomplete.
Orlando's pass incomplete.
So ultimately, the Barb defense does stand.
Yep, they stiffened up there, and after a couple of nifty runs by Orlando, the Barbs have held and will get the ball back. And the Barb the receiver receiving the kick is way deep.
Well, the ball is at the 42.
He's 55 yards from the punter.
Yeah, a little deep. Agreed. In position, fields it on the fly.
Well, he knew something I didn't, because he was perfectly positioned.
Sure did. So they scouted the Montini punter and did have him positioned properly.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. Barbs will take over.
You know, it's interesting, Jim. You know, in the first half, we saw 7 touchdowns. And with 12 seconds to play in the third quarter, we've seen 1.
Yep, defenses have stiffened up here in the second quarter, which is, I tip my hat to the head coaches for going in and making some adjustments, sort of seeing some things that happened in the first half and have countered those here in the second.
Dyson on the sweep to the far side, cuts it up at the 30.
18 Dyson takes it around left end. Tackle at the 30-yard line.
And just like that, the third quarter has come to a close. We'll bring you the fourth quarter after this here on TV 17.
Your independent Allstate agent in Sugar Grove is David Weiss. David works for you to find the best rates on your home insurance, as well as your auto insurance. He's always looking for ways to help you save money. And so is his friendly, courteous staff. His office is conveniently located on Route 47 and Cross Street in Sugar Grove. Call him anytime at 630-466-7835.
Here to start the fourth quarter, the DeKalb Barbs take over at their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Quarterback Noah Valine nowhere to go. And Jim, I tell you what, if this fourth quarter plays out as well as the first 3, we've got a real finish on our hands.
Yeah, it's a tie ball game, and it's anybody's game at this juncture. The fourth quarter, the third and fourth quarter so far have been a defensive battle.
Valine over the middle, complete. That's Dyson. All the way down to the 30-yard line. That's the same post pattern he scored on earlier.
And he just sucked the life out of the defense on that play, I got to tell you.
Swept it in, he did. But that is the exact same pattern that split the defenders for the tying touchdown.
And he needed no attachments on that play. He did it all by himself.
Noah Valine working his way through the secondary. Some very deft running up the middle.
Now, we've been calling him Valine, and I just heard the PA announcer call him Fallon. So
well, he's wrong.
He's wrong.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I could stop down there.
with Valine. That's what I thought, Larry. You know, I would never question you.
Hey, you just go with it. Williams in motion, give the Hobson up the middle, and just like that, one completion, big first down, all of a sudden you feel the momentum here on the Barb side.
It's like the field sort of tilted, like they're going downhill a little bit. Do you
Absolutely.
sense that?
Absolutely. Our old friend Mo knocking at the door. Valine. Ooh, tried to split the defenders. Back to your guy.
Yeah, that's his man Dyson. He's caught, I would think, the lion's share of the passes from Valine today, and that one was just a little overthrown. Actually a little surprised he threw the ball there, with as well as the running game has been going, because now you put yourself in a little bit of a predicament here, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I think they saw something. They went back to it, and it was a quick throw, almost like a hot read. Valine again. That's to Gandy, hit immediately, and the ball is jarred loose. Nice play by the defender there.
And really fortunate for DeKalb that they called that an incomplete pass.
And a flag on the far side of the field.
That's going to be.
But I tell you what, that was a crushing blow.
Procedure.
Gandy's, he's going to be feeling that in the small of his back until next week.
He went up to the second floor on the elevator there to get that one, which, of course, really leaves your body exposed.
Completely. Got an injury timeout and a penalty to decipher. We'll take a moment and be back after this.
Get ready for the fall hunting season by stopping in at JR Shooting Sports.
Stay warm when you're out on the hunt by choosing from a wide assortment of hunting apparel. JR also has a huge selection of guns for the hunt, as well as sports optics. And don't forget to stock up on ammunition because JR Shooting Sports is your fall hunting headquarters.
We're located on Oakhurst Drive in Aurora. And visit us on the web and on Facebook.
Jordan Gandy, the injured DeKalb Barb, does make his way to the sideline under his own power. The penalty was declined, and now the Barbs come out in field goal formation. 32-yard attempt. Connor Tierney. And it is good. But what a big field goal that is. Barbs by 3, 31-28. Fourth quarter action continues after this.
20 years, Pegs on Main Street in Maple Park has provided quality professional hair care for the entire family. Peg and her staff keep up on the latest fashion trends for adults and children. She also carries a wide variety of hair care products for your convenience. And when they're finished pampering your hair, you can walk over and browse around the fantastic on-site gift shop. Stop in anytime at Pegs on Main in downtown Maple Park or give them a call at 815-827-3051.
Number 19, Flaglia. 24.
Welcome back to TV 17, opening round high school playoff action, and we could not have a better game to bring to you folks. Connor Tierney just converted on a 32-yard field goal to put the home team up by 3, and Jim, they haven't led since early in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was a nice sort of a sustained drive, ate up some of the clock in the fourth quarter, and then when the drive stalled, Montini declined that procedure penalty. Tierney comes in and just absolutely ice in his veins, split the uprights.
All set up by the big post pattern that put him down into the red zone, but boy, this is turning out to be a great game. Pressure up the middle. Orlando tackled for a loss.
Diaz on the tackle for the Barbs.
Nick Diaz taking a little time off from his MMA career, out here to play a little high school football, and does a great single arm takedown on the quarterback there.
Boy, and you know, it's something we hadn't seen early in the game was that penetration by the big guys up front for this DeKalb defense. Orlando deep, drops, passes deflected, but still brought in, complete and brought out near the first down. Boy, what a big pickup that was off the deflected pass.
Yeah, you have to tip your hat to the Montini offensive line. DeKalb having a heck of a time breaking through there, and Orlando showing the patience, which must be very nerve-wracking. Let's not forget, he's only a senior in high school, and he showed incredible patience there. And even on a tip ball, the receiver showing some great concentration, hauled it in and got him right there where they need to be to pick up this first down.
3rd and 2 from the 38-yard line. Orlando keeps working the left side. I think he's short, but very near that first down marker.
Depends on the spot, but I think he is going to come up a hair short.
Close to the first down.
Oh, he got a pretty friendly spot there.
First down.
Oh, boy.
Pretty friendly spot there.
1st and 10 for the Broncos. Ball resting on the 40-yard line.
Big first down by the Broncos, picking that one up there. Fresh set from their own 40. Pistol formation. Flag down here on the near side. All kinds of time. Post pattern overthrown.
Orlando's pass incomplete. Sends receiver number 14, Norgal.
The flag, it was not a dead ball flag, so I'm wondering if that, yeah, it's a procedure, but they allowed the play to go on. So sometimes I get a little, I wonder, when is it a dead ball foul, or they call that after the fact, so.
Yeah, it was thrown really almost as the ball was snapped.
Yeah.
So, of course, DeKalb accepts the penalty and moves the Broncos back 5 yards. And the wind is really picking up now all of a sudden as well. Reverse pivot rolling here to the near side. Orlando on the run, complete. His knee was down.
Orlando pass complete to number 12, West. Gain on the play leaves a second down and 2.
Another nice play by Orlando.
Well, and you made the Fran Tarkington reference earlier. That was kind of Fran Tarkington-esque there with the reverse pivot into the bootleg action on the roll. Second and short. Read option, gives to the motion man, who picks up the first down, working his way across midfield.
Yeah, and this is
brought down at the 45-yard line.
This is a nice looking drive here by Montini. They are methodically marching the ball now into DeKalb territory. And the clock is a-running.
Yeah, I like your choice of words there. Very methodical indeed, deliberate. And you see the composure that starts with Orlando at the quarterback, but swing pass here to the near side, complete. Made the first man miss and pushed out of bounds, and another late flag comes in. That may be a holding infraction.
Yeah, I don't know. The ref made some sort of I don't know. I didn't see a holding motion, but it is holding.
Holding.
That's a big break for DeKalb. That really sort of kicks momentum in the shins a little bit on a drive when you get an infraction like that, which will back them up and make it, I think, what, about 1st and 20 maybe?
That's really going to push them back, and it does hurt. I didn't see the infraction itself, but by the position with the receiver blocking downfield, I thought that was going to be the case.
He was behind the play, the player that was called for the holding. So those are frustrating as a coach.
Oh, yeah, how many times you see that? The flag on the block was the one that was unnecessary.
Yep.
Kajewski hitting the backfield.
Number 5, Garczewski.
Just gets a few.
Takes it up to the 48-yard line. Brought down by 57, Donahue.
Boy, with the ball staying on the ground and in bounds, this clock continues to run. We're inside of 7 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Barbs by 3,
yep,
which makes this a really key possession.
DeKalb needs to come up with a couple of big plays here on defense to get the ball back. But Orlando has really made some just big plays in this second half to keep this drive going.
Fake the sweep, hit the pass. Great play in the second there. Brian J. Ross again with a nice open field tackle.
Yeah, Brian J. Ross has made a couple of phenomenal tackles, big gain-saving tackles, because there was nobody else there.
Now, you talk about being on an island. That's the life of a cornerback. And, yeah, and with the positioning, they ran the action here to the near side, threw back to the far side, and if Brian J. doesn't make that tackle, he is off to the races. Big 3rd and 11. Orlando's going to run it. Pushed out of bounds.
Orlando.
You got to think they're going to go for it here, Jim?
Oh, no question.
Inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and about 3, and there's no question in my mind that they will go for it. And DeKalb's going to have to stiffen up here. They haven't been great on 4th downs. They've Montini has been sort of had their way on these 4th down conversions.
Well, I'll tell you this. One of my favorite expressions is offenses put fans in the stands, defense wins championships. Let's see what the DeKalb defense can do here. 4th and 3 from the 39. Orlando, deep drop, flushed under pressure, still on his feet, finally dumps it. Great pressure. Turnover on downs. Great pressure by the DeKalb D.
Daniel Baggett making life miserable for Mr. Orlando, but still, Fran Tarkington Orlando running around back there, buying himself some time, finally had to throw the ball away.
He was literally running for his life, scrambling, trying to keep the play alive, but Baggett with the pressure just threw it all off kilter. Great stand by the Barb defense.
And I'll tip my hat to the defenders. They had those receivers covered well. Nothing opened up for Orlando on that.
Hobson up the middle. Well, and now a couple things. You want to keep the ball on the ground, and you really want to protect that ball.
DeKalb could potentially run out the clock here if they're able to pick up a couple of first downs. I'm guessing they need at least 3 first downs.
At least a couple. Valine picks up the first of those, working his way across midfield. That is big.
And if I'm the DeKalb coach, I'm telling that ref to get the clock moving. Don't even stop it on first down.
Well, yeah, and you know, you made reference to the Nick Diaz reference. I'll make another UFC reference here. Ground and pound. If they can just keep it on the ground and pound out a couple more first downs. Now, Montini does have all 3 timeouts left. They'll certainly have to use those if they can't stop this offense quickly. Hobson again.
28 Hobson tripped up at the line of scrimmage.
Barbs will be looking at 3rd and 2. This is going to be big. So now they got to take their time. Take your time, guys.
Yeah, don't rush it here.
2 for the Barbs.
Yeah.
Why they're making the call at the line, and boy, I'm surprised. Valine keeps it up the middle, through to the secondary. Nearly broke it.
No, you don't want to score there. You want to fall down.
Down near the 30-yard line.
Fall down. Get the clock moving again.
Brought down by number 25.
I don't know about that. If I'm going to score. We are now at the 4-minute mark. Hobson working the left side. Boy, and another positive gain on the ground.
Yeah, it looked like he picked up about 5 on that play, Larry. And right now, DeKalb is sort of having their way with the Montini defensive line. And pretty impressive.
Winning the line of scrimmage for sure. And as we say that, Montini penetrates and tackles Valine for a loss.
Well, there's no quit in Montini. You know that. I mean, you don't win as many state titles as they've won by being a team that's going to quit. You know they're going to play hard until the last tick of the clock. And that's exactly what they did on that play, bringing up a 3rd and about 7.
From their own 26 now. Valine does let the clock run effectively and wisely. From the shotgun, Hobson in the pistol formation. Straight drop, pressure, steps up. He's running, working the right side, picks up the first down and stays in bounds. How big is that?
You're in a state playoff game. Who else do you want to have the ball than the senior Valine? I mean, the kid is just an impressive young man.
Well, we talked about it earlier. You know, it's really turned out to be a battle of the quarterbacks, and maybe Orlando won the first half, but Valine certainly winning the second half here. And let's give credit to this DeKalb offensive line. They have truly won the line of scrimmage. They've owned it.
I'm a little surprised Montini has not used any of their timeouts yet.
They must be saving them, holding on to hope.
Takes it down near the 16-yard line.
But if you're saving them and there's no time left on the clock, that could be a problem.
Yeah, we're at 2:15 left to play, and I could not agree more. They're going to have to start using them quickly. They're also going to start, you're going to see that stand them and strip them.
But these are valuable seconds that could have been saved. And again, they don't come back on with a timeout.
No, they do not. 2nd and 8 from the 16-yard line. Valine wisely again, taking his time. Here comes the count and the snap. Keep again up the middle to the 10. Will bring up 3rd and short.
And Montini finally uses a timeout.
Broncos take a timeout, so will we. Back in a moment.
Love fried food, but the problem is it's fried in oil. Lots and lots of oil. And that means added calories. But what if you could eat the fried foods you love with little to no oil, without the guilt, and without the extra calories, but still have that great taste? Imagine mountains of piping hot French fries, crisp, snap-apart onion rings, golden fried chicken wings, guilt-free. Introducing the Power Air Fryer XL, the 6-in-1 revolutionary kitchen miracle with one-touch technology that fries with superheated cyclonic air, with little to no oil and up to 80% less fat.
We're so sure you're going to love your Power Air Fryer XL, you can try it risk-free in your home for 60 days. If you don't absolutely love it, send it back for a refund, no questions asked.
This special offer will end without notice, so you must call or go online right now.
Do it or go 1-800-384-1549 or go to powerairfryer.com. This offer is not available in stores, so don't delay. Call now.
4th quarter action, 1:37 left to play. DeKalb by 3, scores 31-28. 3rd and 2 from the Montini 10-yard line.
We have a flag on the play.
Hard count.
Offside Broncos.
That's what we call a free first down, and it could be a nail in the coffin.
Barbs have another first down.
Hard count. What a perfect time to call it, too. You haven't used it the whole game. And
hard count?
They haven't.
Yeah, well, and right, because the defense is just desperate and trying to find a way to get the ball back. Hobson up the middle, pressing to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Barbs!
Wow.
Oh, my!
And you mentioned it, the offensive line showing total domination on this drive and really have been effective throughout the entire game. Very, very impressed just with how well coached these DeKalb kids are. Really, both teams are well coached, but DeKalb just showing a lot of heart.
Well, and you used the analogy earlier about the field shifting. On that drive, it was really like they were running downhill. Give credit to the entire offensive line. They just put this game away.
Montini now in really an absolute desperate situation. They need a score, and they need an onside kick.
So the Barbs by 10, 38-28. We'll bring you the finish after this here on TV 17.
A long weekend is just an excuse to get a long way from boring. With models up to 62 horsepower or room for 4. Go rugged. Go big. Go Gator.
Hi, I'm Dave Gieske from Buck Brothers in Hampshire. We have 3 other locations to serve you: Harvard, Wakanda, and Libertyville.
Welcome back to TV 17, your home for high school football. The DeKalb Barbs just had Hobson carry it in for the nail in the coffin, extending the lead to a total of 10. The Barbs are up by a score of 38-28. Just a minute and a half left to play, Jim. We mentioned it there going into the break, but what an impressive game-winning drive that was.
Yeah, I mean, you just tip your hat to the young men who just really executed perfectly on that last drive. And Valine, oh my gosh, what can you say about this kid?
Keeps his composure, and the big guys up front, great team football, and they put together a ground-based attack when it mattered most. Now an interception, and that will seal it. I believe that's Gandy.
That is victory formation. Montini still has 2 timeouts.
It's academic.
Sure seems like it is.
And the Barbs really could just come out in the victory formation, but I doubt they will because Montini does have the timeout, so they're just going to have to run their offense.
This is state playoffs. Anything can happen.
28 Hobson with the carry. Takes it to the 27-yard line.
Sort of inevitable. There's not enough time on the clock, number one. And the way DeKalb's been playing, your chances of getting 2 scores are pretty slim.
I agree. It's inevitable. And just 36 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter, the opening round of the high school football playoffs. DeKalb by 10. Really just got to finish off a couple snaps. Williams on a jet sweep will stay in bounds. So the Barbs get the correct number of players out with their punt team. Nice high spiraling punt fielded about the 37-yard line. Return man steps out. 5 receivers set for the Broncos. 3 to the far side. Man in motion here to the near side. Spinning out of pressure. Dumping it and complete. 5 receivers running deep. Orlando on the run, buying time, still pressured. That's going to be incomplete. And the DeKalb Barbs have prevailed. What a comeback win for this DeKalb Barb team.
Yeah, incredibly impressive. Well-played game by both teams. First-class operations. I tip my hat to the quarterback, Valine, making some big plays throughout the game. And then DeKalb's offensive line just found a way to win today. And I believe they're off to play Deerfield. I think I saw a Deerfield coach here scouting the game, which tells me that they won last night. So,
well, and that has to be pretty impressive. You are correct. So Deerfield and Willowbrook played. And with Deerfield being here, certainly you got to think that they prevailed. But, boy, you know, and you're right. No doubt, Noah Valine played an incredible game, and the offensive line could not have played better. But if I had one word to describe this Barb team that's really impressed me, I would say resilience. They were down 28-14 at the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, and I think this team has a way of sort of just keeping its composure and sticking with their game plan, trusting their coaches. The coaches weren't upset. You didn't see any coaches screaming, yelling, waving their arms. They were composed, and their kids play composed. And they found a way to come back and tie the football game, start from 0-0, and then they dominated from that point on.
Well, and the other part of it, as I just said, you know, it just occurred to me. So they were trailing 28-14 late in the second quarter. They had the big play by our guy Dyson, the post pattern where he kept his footing, evading the shoestring tackle in for the score. But they went to the locker room down 28-21. But, you know, here's the thing. Give credit to this DeKalb defense. They shut out Montini the second half. Yep. So with that, we will bid you good night and God bless from TV 17.